Hey Pisces, I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. I'm here with your full moon in Scorpio reading. It's a pink, I think it's a super moon. The little bit that I've read about it says that the spotlight is on secrets and vulnerabilities and sudden revelations, or realizations, I should say, sudden realizations and fresh perspective. So far, that's been pretty much true for the readings I've done, and I apologize for doing this. Actually, the full moon was last night. I had some scheduling setbacks this week, so it didn't happen as I had hoped. But we're still here. We're still in the energy of the full moon. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit for Pisces. We're doing Pisces reading and full moon in Scorpio. What is in store for Pisces during this pink super full moon? And I'll be honest with you, Pisces, this is the second or third time I've started this. And I don't know if it was my energy that was off, but I wasn't able to make sense of anything. So we're going to do it again. Let's say third time's a charm. Maybe this is only second. I don't know. Three of Wands. Oh, looking to the future, right? That's a nice card. It's dreaming, it's planning, it's foresight. Whoops. Boy, I haven't seen some of these cards come out in a long time. And some of them have been out frequently, but I haven't seen this Ten of Swords. I've seen the other deck's Ten of Swords come out. Lots of people are getting major arcana this time. And before I get too involved here, I just want to take a quick peek. Yeah, and more major arcana. Two of Cups, this is lovely. Three of Swords, some disappointment. Moving to the next thing, but being exhausted. Strength has come up a lot this time, so has Chariot. Four of Swords, that one has not come up much. What's going on here? Nine of Cups, this is good, fruitful. Page of Pentacles. All right, I'm going to not go through the whole thing. It just sort of gives me... I like to look at the bottom of the deck because that also is about the overall energy, just like the energy oracle cards that I'm going to pull. See if we can get an overall energy for this reading. Spirit, can we get an overall energy for this reading for Pisces, please, for the full moon in Scorpio? Oh, Angel of Love. That came up for someone else this full moon. And this is about romantic love. It's also about self-love, because until you love yourself, you can't really have a healthy relationship with anyone else. Okay, so like I said, Three of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and the Three of Wands in this particular deck is, I mean, they're looking to the future, right? Look at this card. Kind of expanding your horizons. To seek out new opportunities, new adventures. So this is kind of about a longing to I guess for some kind of adventure. It's not in the same way. There's a knight that has that same sort of thing. This is just about where are you going to go next. This is you pondering what your next step is. So you're seeing you've got the whole world wide open to you. So this is you looking out at possibilities. The Empress is the energy just below that. She is the divine feminine. She's abundant in all areas. She's kind, she's confident, she's generous, she's abundant. She shares her abundance with others. So this is a really great energy. She's kind of the Mother Earth energy. So I feel like this is supporting whatever you end up doing here. That's my cat. Hi, Isla. Two of Cups. This is a divinely sanctioned union of some sort. It does not have to be a romance, although it could be. And with this card here, it could easily be. But you can see there's some intertwining. So it's really, it's a union. It's a partnership of some sort. But it's a long-term one because it's divinely sanctioned. We have the Three of Swords, which indicates some people think it's heartbreak. And it is. It's heartbreak or disappointment, but it's also a release from that energy because it's already happened, right? This isn't like, ooh, this is going to happen. This is the release from this hurt, this grief. We're not even going to go any further. Because we're going to look at the cards that were actually dealt and not the ones in the deck. So Pisces, okay, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which came out when I did this before. This, for some reason, is just a little confusing, and I don't quite know why I'm not grasping whatever it is supposed to be. Ten of Swords came out too, but with a different deck. Knight of Pentacles came out too. You've got two nines here. This Ten of Swords is... You've reached the end. And whatever it is has reached the end. So it can also be a time to release because you can't take it any further. I'm sorry about the glare. And this is a really, 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 really unpleasant energy. It's misfortune, it's desolation, it could be ruin, it could be the end of delusions, which in a way is a good thing. And this particular one talks about how it spins out of control and yada yada, but I mean it's not a good energy. It's not at all pleasing. However, there's always something to be learned from it. So if this is your current circumstance, pay attention so that you can learn from it and not have to repeat it. That's the only good thing about this kind of card. So usually, if you're paying attention, you don't have to go through it more than once. But it's the only really dark card. Nine of Wands, he's a sentinel, right? This guy is ready for the journey. He is packed. He's got his extra gear. He's ready to go. He's got his troops ready. They are going to go the distance. The Nine of Pentacles, this is about too, I mean, okay, the Wands is about movement and creativity and adventure and all of that. But nine is like almost as far as you can go. So the Nine of Pentacles is fruitful, joyous. She's extremely successful. There's all this jubilation and abundance. I mean, there's green growing everywhere. I mean, it's flourishing. And it's almost in a response to how she plays the piano, which actually looks like it's part of the tree, which came first. Don't know. They're so integrated that there is no separation from any of these things, which to me is like fulfillment. You've got complete fulfillment. And even though this is Pentacles, there is so much joy in here, that it also spills into your emotional life. So here are the three of the cards are just the regular cards. And then here we have the major arcana. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. And Judgment, I want to say, is like the Karma card. It's the card that I keep saying the same things over. What you sow, you shall reap. Every action has a reaction, etc., etc. It's that kind of energy. But this deck says that it is about release and renewal, absolution, freshness of a new dawn. It's a new start. Making a judgment, though it might be harsh and difficult to face, the necessity of hard choices. Face down those decisions. Recognize the need and forgive. Reawakening the mystery of birth and death. The voice of destiny summons you onward. Hearing that undeniable call and being drawn to act upon it, knowing what must be done. That's what this particular deck, which is the Shadowscapes deck, says about judgment. Yeah, and I forgot. Judgment is like the angel, right? You can like a heralded angel. They're blowing the trumpet. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Not the TV show version of it, but it is destiny, fate, movement and change, patterns and cycles. It's interconnected world. Another deck calls this where fate means synchronicity. And you can see in this like Celtic knot that they have here, there's no beginning or end to it. It just is continuous. Infinity. So I'm going to look at this Angel of Love. It came up previously for somebody else, which is why I remembered. And I will show you that. Angel of Love is about tender connections. She's bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The Angel of Love is smiling on you, forging connections in the energetic realm. I'm going to see what else we have. I'm going to check with the Naked Heart Tarot, because this moon is about vulnerability, right? There's nothing more vulnerable than a naked heart. I like this card for that. There's a sweetness and an innocence to it. Kind of a darkness too, because when you're vulnerable, sometimes stuff hurts. It's just the way it works. So Pisces, let's see if we have some clarification here for Pisces for this full moon in Scorpio spirit. Can we get some clarification here? A couple of additional cards here to fill in the story. What is the story for Pisces for this full moon? Oopsie. That was just a clumsy thing. That wasn't really wanting to jump out. There we go. Oh, good. We have the Fool energy. Beautiful. That is the jump and the net will appear type of energy. So, yeah, if you're taking a chance, like this is looking outward. So, yeah, maybe you want to take a chance on something. Take a chance on love. It's okay. Looks like Spirit's got your back. I don't know why this deck is not being very forthcoming here. It's been chatty, but today, no, it's not. Okay, Ace of Wands. We have two aces. So, and the Fool. So this is a new beginning for you. Ace, again, can be two sides, two sharp sides of the sword, right? But it's usually a new beginning. Or it's a new idea. And the Ace of Wands is the potential of a new creative endeavor of some sort. But the Fool is always a new beginning, right? Underneath the, what was it, the Ace of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. Like a, I mean, doesn't this just look like a team building exercise? Get your aunt to carry the coin to the top of the hill. Yeah. So yeah, that is the, so you've got new. So you've got new beginnings. But because I'm just still, so this is definitely about the heart, right? And it does, it actually mentions romance. And this is, but it's a couple cards down. So I feel like there was some disappointment in this. Maybe you're saying, I've had it, I'm not doing anymore, I'm not dating anymore, I've had it with love, or maybe you're going through some horrible breakup. I'm not getting the sense, though, because I'm not getting the sense that this is all about romance, though, because of the other cards involved. You're looking forward to something here. This is like you want to make a plan. And you've got the energy of the Empress behind you who's urging you on. Yeah, you can do it. And like telling you not to think small. Look at the expansion in this area. This, I mean, it's, you have the whole wide world. Huge. Completely open. I feel like you're looking for some direction. But I think that there's this new thing. You've got this Fool energy. So yes, and this is sort of where everyone else thinks it's a risk. Ooh, it's too scary. You can't jump without a net. And you jump and the net appears. Or you grow wings or learn to fly or something. But what looks to others like a risk, a risky venture, you know in your heart, in your deep knowing, that it's the thing you're supposed to do. That's this kind of energy. You know it. Other people might think it's risky, and it looks risky from the outside, but you know in your soul that's what you're supposed to do. So this is a new beginning. These two are also new. The beginnings of something. Creative new endeavor, idea. And then the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. So maybe this is about forgiveness. Whatever this energy was earlier needs to be let go of. Because these are all about moving forward. Pentacles and Wands, Nines, you're moving. She's playing her heart out, and the forest is growing and responding to her. This is, he's looking at the distance that he's got it, because in a way, they're looking in opposite directions, but he's also on a cliff looking out over the distance, and he's like, we've got a long way to go. And he's got his troops, you can see them in the shadows, ready. They're ready to go. but it's going to be a long journey, and they can do it. This newness. Let's see. I really want to get more for you here. Light Seers Tarot. Let's see if the Light Seers Tarot is going to add some clarification here. Sorry, I don't normally cleanse in the middle of a reading, but Pisces, you got me stumped. This is just Palo Santo. Well, for some reason the candle just never gets it hot enough to actually smoke. And it's toward the end, so I just put it on a long screw so I can hold it. All right, so Spirit, we're going to just cleanse these cards here. This is for Pisces. We're looking for some clarification, please, for Pisces for their full moon reading in Scorpio. Full moon reading in Scorpio for Pisces. Can we get a little clarification, please? Get some clarification, please, for Pisces full moon reading in Scorpio. Okay, there we go. Okay, it says the Tower, which is some sudden change. And it said, I mean, this moon is about a sudden realization, right? It said the spotlight was on that. Something flipped over. And then you have the sun. So these are... Okay, this is, you guys, something... So this is about a sudden change. Yes, probably destructive. But it's that sort of, you got to break a few eggs, right, to have an omelet. Tower moments happen. It can be something as dramatic as losing a job unexpectedly, losing a major life change that happens suddenly. Can also be something that you just shift your way of thinking. You see something differently for the first time, and that becomes the reality for you. You go like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I didn't notice that before. And you always see it that way, right? It can be just a shift in your thinking. So it doesn't have to be dramatic. It is always really sudden and always a change. So some kind of sudden change happening here. But that's why you've got all this new stuff happening. And I feel like this Tower moment is with this negative, because you can't go any further than the 10 is as high as you go in the suit. And you don't want to go higher with this energy. You want to be done with it. So I really do feel like that's what's going on. But then the next card out was the Sun. And the Sun is, look at that, heartfelt, heart open, expansion, joy. Nothing grows without the Sun. The Sun is pretty much everything, right? And at the bottom of the deck here you have the Seven of Wands. And who do they show but a person doing yoga? So she's grounded. You can see that she's like in her heart chakra. She's whole. She's really centered in her own little world, and she's being quiet and introspective. So the Seven of Wands is about, I guess, knowing yourself. You're being confident. Five of Pentacles, and here's this like feeling out in the cold. And when I did this, okay, this is all coming up. When I did this before, these were the same kinds of cards, but different decks that came out. A Five of Pentacles came out before. And that one was really a This particular deck I like because this Five of Pentacles, it's like, sure, you're left out in the cold, but if you turn around, you can see there's something happening in this building, because there's light peeking out from under the door, which has a keyhole right there. And oh yeah, there's the key. All you have to do is turn around, look at it, pick up the key, put it in the thing, and walk through. So I like this card for that reason. But this is all telling me that whatever this difficulty is, that you're this Ten of Swords energy goes into the Tower. I feel like the Seven of Wands energy is about being challenged, you know, but you do need to get grounded and protect yourself. So that's what her little bubble here is, the protection bubble. And it's an, oh gosh, and this, okay, so I'm looking at reading the book, and it says challenge, grounding and protecting yourself, movement and growth, creative innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable, and a sign to continue to share your ideas. It's about self-expression, which is all good up here. That kind of tied it up for me, this one. All this new stuff. So you have to find a way to, and this judgment I think is more about forgiveness. Forgiveness of whatever the situation and the healing. Ascend from that. I maybe this is about your love life. I don't know. Could be self-love. Don't really know. So yeah, it looks like you're looking to your future. Something happened. But you get to start all this. This is good energy down here. I mean, look at how sweet this Fool is. How can you not want to go into the energy with this little guy? And don't you feel protected? This is the creative one. A wand-wielding tiger. I mean, he's strong, creative, fierce. And this is all about truth, honesty, integrity. The sword cuts through all the bull. So that's it, you guys. I think I'm going to ask for a shamanic healing card for Pisces. Spirit, can I have a healing card for... Oh yeah, you got a couple of them. I always shuffle all the way through. Letting go. Yep. And divine timing. I don't even need to read those. So divine timing is, yeah, there's nothing indicating a time frame here, except for this full moon is when this shift in perspective begins. I don't know how long it's going to take you to work through it. I don't know when the new beginning is going to start for you. But I think that this full moon, also it's a Scorpio moon. Scorpios go deep. And really none of these readings have been all that light and frivolous because of it. But this Ten of Energies, this finality, this ending, disappointment, I feel like this is the current energy, or maybe has just happened. And this might be where you are now. You're starting to think about, what do I do next? What is my next step? What's my life going to look like a year from now or 5 years from now? What do I do? This is you asking the questions. What are you planning? These are the possibilities and the indication that, yeah, you have everything it takes to make it all the way through. You do need to get grounded. Protect yourself. And part of that is self-love, too. That angel of love, that doesn't come out just for no reason. Spirit, can we get a final blessing, please, for Pisces? Final blessing for Pisces, please. A burst of magic. A burst of magic. Here we go. It's an epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Your purpose as a gift bestowed upon you. Cultivating consciousness or conscious contact with a higher power. Coming to know what calls to you and lights you up. That was my cat, by the way, that just walked through and didn't even do too bad of a job with this with the cards. She was being very good. This is normally her time that she wants to play, and she's been just waiting for me. Sometimes you may find that something you've been pondering or a dilemma you'd let go of revisits you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or the trigger may be just the right words arising in a conversation, book, or blog. An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt. Yes, like a tower moment. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's an epiphany. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment as you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle you were meant to solve all along. This is such a time for you now. Answers are coming directly from Source and being downloaded to you with such force of conviction that you cannot be the same again. That's what this feels like. I was trying to make sense of everything else, but really this is you having an epiphany. Be grateful for this beautiful burst of magic. It is not an everyday gift. And no wonder, because it's really, really, I mean, it's that rare that of course I haven't come across this type of a reading before. Inherent in this is the knowledge that Spirit is always listening to you. Spirit is your loving partner, reminding you that you are not alone. Even when it appears that you are trapped, you always have a key to unlock the solution if you cultivate the willingness to be open to and in tune with Source. The answers you seek come when you stop looking for them. Be mindful today when the information pops up out of the blue. Pay attention. The action you need to take will become obvious as you integrate this magical wisdom. Regardless of the subject of your inquiry, you will be transformed. Only good will come of this. This is okay, so that just made everything all perfect. I do feel like this is the card you need to pay attention to, though, in terms of what you do. Any action you take should be that getting grounded, self-protection, and I think that's just do some yoga and meditate. It just keeps you in the moment, and I think being in the moment and being mindful will protect you from other people's drama and whatever nonsense is going on. So this is, your epiphany. You had an epiphany. It took me a minute to see, but it wasn't just a normal epiphany. That card, which is Colette Baron-Reid, it's an Oracle of the Seven Energies. So if you are, if you like that, I just kind of show you whatever cards I have that I switch them all around. But if you happen to like that, that really tied this up for me anyway. This is an epiphany moment for you. Pisces, boy, that was a big one. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please like my channel. And if you could subscribe, I would be totally grateful. Feel free to comment, be kind or constructive. I'm good with that too. And I'll see you for new moon. I do full moon and new moon. And sometimes I do just impromptu stuff. And I keep thinking I'll do art stuff too. But really this channel has, for some reason, settled into a tarot channel, which I'm really thoroughly enjoying. So thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.